Are we live?
Yes, we are all alive.
No.
We're live. Yes, we're live.
Okay, go ahead.
Good evening, all, and welcome to the India Day Grand Parade and Celebration on the occasion of India's 74th year of independence, hosted by Indian Community Outreach Organization based in Naperville, Illinois. This is our tribute to India's culture, heritage, and diversity with multiple float entries this year. Though we are unable to physically all be together in celebration, our hearts are united virtually in spirit of freedom. To all the Indian allied forces, we salute you for your service and courage in defending India's freedom. My name is Smita Bhatia, and I'm joined here by one of my very good friend, Ajay Kumar. Welcome, Ajay. What a gorgeous day for us all to be virtually united in these unprecedented times.
Thank you, Smita. Absolutely fantastic. It's a beautiful evening of across over here. And like you rightly mentioned, these are really surreal times where we are actually doing this for the first time on a virtual. We have so much of nostalgic memories in terms of being there in person and trying to witness the parade in person and trying to do things. But a lot of effort has gone in the back end to coordinate this and execute on a virtual level. I think the parade has just started. Why don't we just switch over to the parade and we'll keep talking as we move along.
That sounds great. I couldn't agree more. Everyone's put in a lot of effort. So if we can just zoom into the parade, that would be great to see. A lot of festivity. We couldn't.
Awesome.
This is great. I think we did see the Naperville Police and the chairman of Indian Community Outreach go by. You want to talk a little bit about, please start with the Naperville Police, Ajay.
I think that's a great idea. So Naperville Police is actually keeps our city very safe, and as we all know, Naperville has been voted one of the safest cities across the United States. And we owe this to a very hardworking, committed team of some 300 police officers. So our salute to them, our dedication for their efforts, and the continuous support which they provide to the community is really, really remarkable. And Naperville Fire Department is staffed, which is supporting close to 14,000 residents in Naperville. And so thanks to Naperville Police Department. Smita, over to you. We see a lot of cars passing through with a lot of balloons. Which one is next?
So I knew that the chairman of Indian Community Outreach, Mr. Krishna Bansal, was right after the Naperville Police. And Krishna
Right.
Bansal is an entrepreneur, philanthropist, and a good friend of all of ours. His recent major public service involvement, other than running for office, have been for the Planning and Zoning Commissioner, Chair Ambassador of Indian American Community, founder and chairman of Indian Community Outreach, etc. Everyone's pretty excited. It is a little different, of course, Ajay, for us. We used to really feed off the excitement while we were on the ground, so to speak. We are all
Absolutely.
working from our respective home office and covering the parade. This is the best we could do in times such as these. So the next one, I think
100%.
we can talk a little bit about the ICO or the Indian Community Outreach itself, Ajay.
Absolutely. ICO is actually a non-profit organization which was initiated back in 2013 by Naperville Mayor at that time, George Pradell, to help foster connections with residents of varied and diverse cultural backgrounds. And the mission was to embrace, preserve, and promote the cultural heritage and the contributions of Indian Americans while educating them involved in more in America's growth. And over the last several years, there have been several contributions which have come across. And in terms of business, bringing a lot of local employment and getting a lot of awareness across. ICO has also won many awards and was recently awarded by Governor of Illinois as Best Indian American Organization. So great things happening across, Smita.
That is so true, and we absolutely certainly have the city to thank for, right? The city council comprised of the mayor
Correct.
Steve Chirico and their 8 council members elected at large: Judith Broadhead,
Right.
Kevin Coyne, Patty Gustin, Paul Hinterlong, Patrick Kelly, John Crewman, Teresa Sullivan, Dr. Benjamin M. White. Despite the time that we have, it's only because of their encouragement and help that we were even able to celebrate in the small fashion here. The Naperville Mayor, Steve Chirico, has played a key role in forming ICO. He's a progressive businessman and has always been along with us, encouraging us to really participate and feel for our country and enjoy the leadership here.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Steve's actually been a big supporter of ICO. Like you rightly said, he played a key role in the formation of ICO and has always been supporting, and all the great things and accolades which we have been talking about earlier for the ICO. A huge amount of credit also goes to Steve for making those things happen.
That's correct.
I believe.
And sorry, you were saying something, Ajay?
No, go ahead.
So one of the sponsors and the main sponsor this year too is Patel Brother. Patel Brothers is an Asian American supermarket chain based in Hanover Park, Illinois. They are the largest Indian American supermarket in the United States with 54 locations in 19 states. Year after year, they have supported ICO, have helped us bring some humongous celebrities to Chicago, and they have been the grand sponsors for the last 5 years too. I know lately everyone has been enjoying the huge store that has opened in Naperville.
Absolutely. I've been a big shopper over there myself. Okay, next I saw Chicago Andhra Association, and which is a non-profit organization. And for people who do not hail from India, India has several states. Andhra Pradesh is one of them, and huge amount of committed, dedicated IT workforce for India comes from Andhra Pradesh. And this association, which is there, has been devoted for the awareness, promotion, and development of South Asian bifurcated Indian southern state, Andhra Pradesh. And the primary objective has been to support development in Andhra Pradesh and celebrate our culture in Chicago area. And while as a dedicated Andhra Pradesh oriented organization in the Chicagoland area, CA is also actively involved in various local community events with development efforts in Andhra Pradesh. So I've actually been witness to a lot of their programs where they coordinate back with India, with their state, and bring in a lot of cultural exchanges, a lot of programs being organized. So one of the very active association across over here in the Chicagoland.
And while we're talking about the Indian states, Ajay, I thought from South, let me take you to the northern state, which is, I feel, the noisiest, the most festive state, which is the Punjabis of America. And United Punjabis of America is a non-for-profit based in Illinois. Its goal is simple: to celebrate and share the rich and vibrant culture, traditions, and history of the beautiful state of Punjab by hosting colorful events, so focused on festivals of Punjab like Lohri, Vaisakhi, Melas, etc. People do get to enjoy Punjabi dances like Gidda and Bhangra. We all do, right? Punjabis, as they say, just need an excuse of a music to really get on the floor and enjoy themselves. We have partied along as you would recollect, Ajay.
Absolutely. I think there is a joke around saying that the Punjabis, when they are in mood, music is on, they are having a great time drinking. After that, even if the generator is running, the sound of that, they'll actually do the dance.
That is
so
true.
Yeah, that is so true about the vibrant community which the Punjabis are. And
BGC coming.
Tremendous contribution. Next, I saw the Tamil Nadu Foundation, which is again a non-profit foundation created. We can hear a lot of excitement right there on the ground.
Yes, we are missing being there.
Despite the rains, despite the rains, there are a lot of people who are there. Great to see their support on the ground. And this Tamil Nadu as one of the can boast of a very ancient literate community. Actually, Smita, as you might be aware, Tamil is one of the official languages in Singapore.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And and the foundation, which got created in 1974, the Tamil Nadu Foundation, it has 26 chapters in US and Chicago, and actually one of the largest ones across. And they sponsor some 700 projects across their time span, and they are like 1,100 life members across. So very vibrant, again, a community and a very vibrant foundation, and doing a lot of great work in the society and community.
Perfect. I also did see the Information Serve Alliance or the Chicago Technology Community. This community represents a diverse set of small and large businesses and various IT consulting services, including technology training and enterprise software companies. Technology community in Chicago is a major driver in creating highly qualified and compensated jobs. They are highly accomplished individuals integrated with the local community, providing outreach and promoting STEM education in schools for youth and women in technology. It is important to note that the company represented here provide training to many individuals who have been displaced in the economy.
That is so true, Smita. And we all know of so many of our friends who are here in the region running IT companies, and the kind of local employment they bring across, as well as a lot of training opportunities. So fabulous job being done over there.
That's
We
correct.
also have Chicago Tamil Sangham,
Okay.
which was established back in September 1969, and they have been serving the Chicago Tamil community. And the key objectives which they have been serving is to unite the Tamils living in the greater Chicago area and fostering their commitment to promotion of Tamil values, art, and language. Like I mentioned earlier, this is one of the ancient traditions and culture which the Tamils brings across. And they are also working very, very closely to ensure that there are equal opportunities and a forum for the future generation Tamils to participate, learn, and grow in the rich heritage of Tamil language and culture, and to reach out to the Chicago Tamil community on social issues affecting individuals and community at large, both locally and in Tamil Nadu. So they also try to act as a bridge between Tamilians based back in India as well as over here in the US and Chicago region in particular.
That's very true. I do see people still coming in. I did see North America
Right.
Chhattisgarh Association. They were founded on 1st of February 2017 in Chicago, and they've been extended now across North America with 25 regional chapter. Nacha means local dance in tribal Chhattisgarhi language. And Chhattisgarh state was formed on the 1st of November 2000 and is one of the fastest developing states in India. A resource-rich state, it is a source of electricity and steel for the country. Chhattisgarh takes its name from the 36 ancient forts in the area. It also has the 10th largest, it is also the 10th largest state of India and is rich in culture, heritage, and has immense diversity of various ethnic groups. So just a little tidbit about myself, Ajay. Not that you don't know enough about me already. I did spend quite a lot of years, my early years, in this region actually. So I'm pretty familiar with this state.
Very nice. So maybe later we'll, time permitting, we're going to come back and we're going to talk a little bit about which all states in India you've not touched and you don't have a connection, because that'll be interesting to know as well. Okay. I think we saw Hindu Satsang Congregation, which is there, and it's again a non-profit organization which was formed in 1978. Their mission has been around religious, cultural, and education enrichment of Hindu community. And the congregation is held every fourth Sunday of each month at the Hindu Temple of Greater Chicago. And the timing is from 10 in the morning till 12:30 in the afternoon. Hindu Satsang has also been involved in many religious and cultural programs like Grishma Mela, Janmashtami, Ram Leela at Hindu Temple. Any individual 18 years and above believing in Hinduism can become a member of this organization and participate in the activities. I actually had the privilege of getting associated with them personally, Smita,
That's
and they do a lot of great work for the community, and they have been trying to build the awareness and integration piece on a very, very war footing. So great work again done by this organization.
That's perfect. And we did see Happy Feet too. Happy Feet is a walking club for members from the western suburb. One thing that I noticed, Ajay, and I have actually read many an article during COVID time, that the most favorite pastime of Americans now is, guess what? Walking, right? That's one thing we are all able to easily do. And
Right,
if we still keep ourselves fit in the event that none of us are able to visit the gyms that everyone was
right.
used to, walking, I guess, is the next best form of exercise.
I can personally vouch for that. And on an average, I, along with my spouse, we actually do give or take 5 miles to 8 miles on a daily basis. So we've
Oh
actually
my
become one
dear.
of those big
Oh my
ones into the
goodness.
walking.
I
Yeah,
I count in steps, Ajay. How many steps would that be? Because I think 10,000 steps make it to
5
4.7
miles.
miles.
Yeah, roughly. On an average, they say 2,000 steps make it a mile, give or take.
Oh, hmm,
Yeah, just to keep it simple. So 10,000 will translate to 5 miles at a high level.
got it. Okay, okay, that's
Yep,
great.
yep. There's a happy feet. Definitely, they created a club. They have members and from the western suburbs and contributing to that, so which is amazing. All right,
Perfect.
Smita, we also saw Maharashtra Mandal Chicago. And this is one of the states called Maharashtra in India for people who are not from India, who would definitely be aware of the Bollywood. So Bollywood is stationed right there in the state of Maharashtra.
Mm-hmm.
Mumbai, or earlier known as Bombay, was one of the cities where this whole shooting for the Hindi movies happened. And so Maharashtra Mandal Chicago is a non-profit organization serving the local community since '69. You have got more than 1,000 families in Chicagoland which hail from Maharashtra. And they hosted the BM 2011 convention in Chicago over 3 days at the McCormick Place, where all the iconic get-togethers and the symposiums happen. This was attended by more than 3,000 people. It is the first Maharashtra Mandal formed in North America, which is again gives a credit to the people and the establishment of all the Maharashtrians here in Chicago region. And it is also the proud founder of the Brihan Maharashtra Mandal. The most amazing tradition it has kept up is the annual hosting of full-fledged 3-hour Marathi drama. And like I was talking about the Bollywood, the dramas and the Marathi theater also has a huge mass following which is there. And the main objective which this organization has been doing is to provide the cultural support to all Maharashtrian people now in USA and who have roots back in the state in Maharashtra. And one of the other major activity and achievement for them has been in bringing together the Marathi speaking Indian community. So great work again being done by Maharashtra Mandal. They have also been participating with us for the last several years. So amazing things happening across.
Yeah, and I was just watching the different cameras, Ajay, and it's such a beautiful sight, right? The sky is pink
Right,
and gray, and I see all these kids coming out of the sunroof with the Indian flag. It is very
right.
heartening. It is a very heartening sight to see.
How many people are there in this van? Can you make a guess?
Reminds me of trips when we were kids in India, right? We could fit
There we
in
go.
maybe 15
She,
people in the little Maruti.
there you go. Nostalgic memories. So this is what comes to the top of your mind when you think of India and your childhood celebrating the 15th August.
Oh, yes. Oh my God. There used to be so much of excitement, right? And I am so
Right.
fortunate to live in a suburb which kind of really takes up from that excitement and brings it to a very different plane altogether, right? So all the past maybe
Correct.
now 5 years that we all celebrated the India Day here in Naperville was beyond everyone's expectation, right? Even in this time, having
Okay.
so many people gathering them together despite the weather today, getting
Right.
everyone to start on time, and I'm sure we'd be accomplishing the on time trend that we have always formulated. But yes, those
Correct.
memories have only gotten accentuated by living in a suburb which celebrates India Day to this extent. So
Absolutely. And before you pick up on the next one, Smita, one trivia point for you as well as for everybody in the audience. Did you know that the first celebration of 15th August 1947, when India gained independence, Mahatma Gandhi, the father of the nation, who was the pillar behind the India getting freedom, he could not participate in the celebration
yeah.
which happened in Delhi for the first
Hmm.
celebration of the independence.
Hmm.
Did you know that?
No, I had read about it, right? And people
Okay.
who really given their lives and really fight
Right.
for us maybe do not get to celebrate. We really bear the fruit of all the hard work that was at one point, given by so many people, right? And
I
our
agree.
armed forces continues to be on our borders and continues to secure our borders and fight for the freedom. So hats off to
I
them, and a big thank you for wherever they are, heaven or earth.
absolute agreement. All right. We see a lot of excitement here on the screen, Smita.
This is a trolley full of people, some wearing
Yeah.
masks, some trying to stay away and maintain the 6 feet distance. So this is great.
Right.
And I wish we were in the trolley too, Ajay, right?
I know, I agree. I agree.
This is great.
Okay, so
And I
Smita,
have a feeling that this is a BAGC trolley, if I'm not mistaken, right? Which is
okay.
the Bengali Association of Greater Chicago, a non-profit organization dedicated to preserving and promoting literature, art, music, and the rich religious and cultural heritage of South Asian Indian community. In the last 43 years, with many social and philanthropic pursuits, BAGC has nurtured the soul of the immigrant Bengali community. Bangla Bhavan, located centrally in Chicagoland, is the bustling hub of all activities connecting the people of Chicago with the essence of Bengal. And today, to bring everything live to the folks all over the world, we really have BAGC to thank for. I'd actually like to personally thank Joyanta Mukherjee, President of BAGC, Shravani Chatterjee, and Bhaskar Chakraborty, members of BAGC, for all the technical coordination and help in getting these live feeds across the world.
fabulous, fabulous. And for the audience, people who do not know much about the Bengali community, one of the sweetest languages, and one of my favorite phrase which I know from Bengal is about Mishti Khabo. So those white rosgullas, which are there like the tastiest, which you'll find all across anywhere.
That's so true. I mean, no one does
Right.
desserts like Bengalis do. I couldn't agree more. Our favorite
Correct,
desserts
correct,
for
correct.
sure. I did see the Shiv Durga Hindu temple come in too, Ajay.
Right,
So would
right.
you like to talk a little bit about that, please?
Sure, sure. Shiv Durga Hindu Temple's mission is to provide a place of worship in the Chicagoland area for Hindu and their congregation. And they also not only do that, but also provide educational and cultural center for the community at large. They've been involved in sponsoring and conducting several religious, spiritual, and educational cultural activities. And they actually embellish and preserve the Hindu heritage and promote tradition of the rich culture, and been working to develop and perform a lot of community services, and they continue as a religious, non-political, and a non-profit organization. So again, despite being a temple, which is a place typical for worship, they are doing huge amount of work in community services and for the welfare of the community at large.
That's great to know. And the ones in the Hummer were Kerala Association of Chicago. Kerala Association of Chicago portrays the culture and heritage of God's own country. So you had this question for me, Ajay, just a while ago. Which is the state in India that I haven't had the opportunity to visit?
Connection.
Kerala is actually one of them. I really want to make a trip out just for Kerala. It is a land of beauty, and it is described as the favorite child of nature and famous for its breathtaking natural beauty. Kerala is also known
Absolutely.
as the land of coconut trees. You can see coconut trees everywhere in the state, which gives natural beauty to the state. It is famous
Right.
for spices, especially black pepper. Because of this reason, Kerala is also known as the spice garden of India. Onam is the traditional festival celebrated by all Keralites every year. It is believed that the great King Mahabali visits everyone's home
You
on
gotta
this
wait.
day. So this is again another state
Go off to the
bringing
side.
yet another flavor to the diversity that is India.
Absolutely. And I think, Smita, if you plan a trip to Kerala, try to avoid the heavy monsoon period, but definitely plan to take one of those famous river tours which are there in the boat.
That's a good pointer. Thank you so much.
Yep, 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 yep. We also saw this Sanjeevani, and in Hinduism, the word Sanjeevani can refer to a plant or to a mantra or a chant, to a system method. We remember in Ramayana where Lord Ram's younger brother Lakshman got hit by an arrow, and only Sanjeevani Booty could have saved the life of Lakshman. And Hanuman actually went across all the way to get the Sanjeevani Booty, and that's how Lakshman got revived. So it is about a magical herb or a plant, and there are chants in Hinduism which is believed to be bring a dead person back to life, and that's what Sanjeevani did in bringing back Lakshman back to his life. And to know more about this, you should also read the story of Kachan and Devyani, which will give you a little bit of perspective on that, as well as the Ramayana.
I couldn't help but say this to you, Ajay. We do need a Sanjeevani at this time around for the entire world.
No better times, right?
Which there was a Sanjeevni for all of us here.
There we go.
Right.
No vaccines needed then.
And maybe Sanjeevni would be that, right? The vaccine.
That that is true.
So we did also have Sri Venkateshwara Swami Balaji Temple of Greater Chicago. They are popularly known as Balaji Temple in Aurora, and they are being represented by various children, parents, and families. The temple has been in place since 1986 and is one of the largest in the US. The mission of Balaji Temple is to continue and promote the highest values of Hindu religion, culture, philosophy, and spirituality in our adopted homeland with benevolence, compassion, and tolerance.
Right, right. It's very tremendous to see, Smita, that we actually in the last few minutes, some of the floats and some of the parade which we've been seeing, there's huge amount of contribution from all these NGOs and the religious organizations in terms of the larger good of the bigger community, which is so appreciable.
That is so true. More than the commercial, it's actually the not-for-profit that comes together
Correct.
for events such as these, especially in these times.
Right. And similar lines, we just saw Sai Samsthan USA, which is again on a similar lines, and it's organized exclusively for charitable, religious, educational, and scientific purposes. And their primary objective has been to establish the Sri Shirdi Sai Baba Mandir in the metropolitan Chicago and facilitate worship services similar to Sri Sai Baba Mandir back in India and at Shirdi. Other objectives of this organization include charitable activities such as medical aid to the indigent, relief to the people affected by natural calamities, organize shelters to the homeless, feeding of destitutes, translate, print, publish, or distribute books, periodicals, and literature to promote the goals and objectives of the organization. And they also promote Sai Baba's philosophy, and they sponsor or support religious, spiritual, as well as cultural and educational activities in the United States, as well as other different countries. And they've also been organizing a lot of worship services since its inception. A special worship service is held every Thursday evening, which includes a lot of traditional activities, not limited, but bhajans, kirtans, and artis, which is one of the, and then it is followed by the Mahaprasad, which is the blessings offerings in terms of sweets, which we get. And in addition, all major religious functions like Ram Navami, Guru Purnima, Gokulashtami, Mahashivratri, Baba Mahasamadhi Day, and Datta Jayanti are celebrated with utmost devotion. And there is a lot of following which is there, and very strong and very committed and devoted organization.
So Ajay, do you see in the camera, I'm able to see a lot of people actually standing at the side of the road, sidewalks, enjoying the festivity, feeling part and being able to at least celebrate in the small way this time around because of the pandemic situation that we possibly could.
That is so true, and it is really commendable. Like we talked in the beginning, people who joined a bit late. Here in Naperville, we had thunderstorms and shower an hour back, and despite that, it didn't bring down the enthusiasm of all the participants in the parade and the people who are there on the bike side of the road to support them. So, hats off to all of them for their enthusiasm and support.
That is so true. And I'm going to maybe jump a little because I did see Shiv Durga Hindu Temple cross by too. Their mission is to provide a place of worship in the Chicago land area for Hindu and the congregation, to provide an educational and a cultural center for the community at large, to sponsor and conduct religious, spiritual, educational, social, and cultural activities, to embellish and preserve Hindu heritage and promote tradition of our rich culture, to enhance religious experience and philosophy to diverse congregational group, especially the younger generation, to develop congregational responsibility and recognize and respect interfaith beliefs. So this is great. I do see a lot of people, different states, as you talked about, different religious organizations all coming here together to celebrate the India Day.
I agree 100%. We also saw Chicago United Community, and they stand for diversity, where there is Chicago being such a metropolitan area, you have people from all kind of following of religions, different practices, and different race and ethnic. So it's extremely important to have all the diversity and still stand united. So Chicago United community provides us exactly that. And not only do they do that, but they also talk about equity and inclusion. That means they want to ensure that everybody is feel inclusive into the Chicago regions. Right.
I can hear the excitement in the voice.
I actually recognize the voice also, Smita.
Sorry.
I said I could even recognize the voice of the person.
All friends,
Okay.
all of them. Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
The people actually put out the chairs and are ready for the show. This is great viewing point. They did not have to go far. We brought the show to them when they couldn't travel to the show.
There we go. Right thing to do during COVID times. Absolutely.
Yes. So I did see World Hindu Council of America. They're a dynamic, vibrant Hindu society inspired by the eternal values of Dharma and the lofty ideal of Vasudeva Kutumbakam, meaning the entire creation is one family. The World Hindu Council aims to promote a dynamic, vibrant Hindu society inspired again by the internal values of Dharma. They were founded in 1970 in New York, and they continue to be active even after decades of them being established.
I agree, Smita. And we also, on very similar lines, we have the Vishwa Hindu Parishad America, and they have these 4 missions. One is Prachar, which is nothing but about raising awareness. The second they have is Seva, which is serving the community. The third mission they have is Sanskar, where they talk about cultivating the Hindu values. And the fourth one is Sampark, which is nothing but networking. So how do you ensure all these things while you raise the awareness, serve the community, cultivate Hindu values? The only way you're going to do that is how do you ensure that you're able to connect with people and bring in the right kind of traditional values across to them. So that's
great.
VHP in short for us.
This is Krishna.
I do see Krishna ji, and I think he wants to talk to us.
Yeah,
so
I have a councilman volunteer along. I'd like to hear from him. Just say hello.
Absolutely.
Buddy, welcome and what a great event tonight. We're doing the best we can. Krishna and his crew have done an awesome job in putting this all together. It's been a great night so far, and can't wait for the grand finale of the fireworks. Take care, everyone, and be safe.
Thank you so much. Isn't that heartening to see, Ajay? Right? Everyone coming out to support us during these times.
100% agreement. I think, like we talked about earlier about inclusiveness and integration, this is exactly what we love to see. And seeing that irrespective of the place or ethnicity which is there, people all come across and participate together. And that's the beauty of City Naperville and organization like ICO, and the people all plugging with that.
I remember my kids' friends would come in to volunteer, right? And a lot of them were either Caucasian or of Mexican heritage. And once they came, the next year they would come back, Ajay, and guess what they always wanted to have? Gulab Jamun.
Interesting.
So one of the Indian favorite sweets, which is actually called Gulab Jamun, was pronounced as Gulab Jamun.
Gulab Jamun.
We see a lot of people congregating. They're all together.
Right. I think we'll have to start moving a little fast. Looks like we have a lot of grounds to cover, and the parade might actually be, I'm seeing the cars slowing down. They are actually coming to the end point. So what else did we see, Smita, after this?
Can I intervene again? I have few good our leaders I would like to introduce and see if we can hear from them.
Sure, Krishna.
Okay, I have Brit Sharma ji. He has been a big supporter, big leader of Indian community, a big businessman. He has been always supportive of us. Like this, look better, right?
Everyone knows Bridgie.
Everyone knows Bridgie. Bridgie, please, what do you would like to say?
Yeah, first I would like to say happy Independence Day to everybody. Thanks, ICO, Indian Community Outreach under the chairmanship, leadership of Krishna Bansal. Thank you for the ICO for organizing this. for giving all of us opportunity to celebrate this and get together. This is really a big, wonderful occasion, and especially the weather has cooperated. In the beginning, it was looked like it was going to rain too much, but now it has cooled down. It's really enjoyable. Krishna, thank you very much for your organization and all the best. Happy Independence Day, everybody. All the best.
Thank you.
Thank you,
And,
Bridgie.
Bridgie, as I said, has always been a big supporter of our community and especially ICO. He's our advisor also on ICO board. So thank you, Bridgie. We will be here. Our next thing is once everyone the parade has ended, we'll take all the balloons. And I know you must have already told all this other viewers that we will release all the balloons together. And in the meantime, let me see. I have a. If there is anything I can answer, any questions, Smita or Ajay? About the parade. What do you think about the parade? How did it go?
So how's the excitement on the ground? We seem to be a little far away and we are absolutely missing, or feeding off the excitement that we always do year after
You
year.
guys are doing a great job. You guys are really making it happen there, sitting out there. So I have more people here, all of our team members. And
We see so many friends. Hello all.
Hey, how are you? Happy Independence Day.
he's a big supporter always.
Happy Independence Day.
He's always. So before it
Jai.
starts, try to
Happy Independence Day, Lakshmi ji.
all right, let me.
So, Krishna ji, this is what we were telling people that who are not from Naperville,
Josna ji, you want to
that despite the
live telecast going on?
Hello.
Hasmukh Bhai, he is again advisor of a board, and he is always there. Hello.
Happy Independence Day.
Matram to everybody. Thank you, and we'll just keep on.
Yes, happy Independence Day, everybody. Happy Independence Day, everybody. Happy Independence Day.
I'm just trying to go around
So that's a good thing to see, Ajay. At least we are not missing the
Absolutely.
festivities, being in
Right, and this is what we were
respective
talking
home
about
office.
earlier, right?
live.
Happy Independence Day.
Kavarisha, you want to say something on live? She's the person. Let me introduce someone who has helped most to make this happen. Who has helped to make this happen? Isha, you want to say something? It is efforts. I'll say she's the one who convinced and kept us together to make this happen. So, Isha, thank you, girls.
Thank you,
Thank
Isha,
you.
for all
Thanks
your
a lot.
help. She's an amazing, amazing millennial. Very, very inspirational. Gets every one of us in line. Works with us
Right.
with all her patience. So thank you so much.
We are just meeting everyone. We are. Santosh ji, aayenge kya?
If you can turn your camera around, Krishna ji, we'd be able to get maybe a better visual of everyone around.
You know what? How do I do it? That's what the point is. Let me see if I know
Maybe
how to
turn
do
the
it.
phone around.
How do I do the camera?
There would be a
That's a little challenging right now for me.
on the top. You'll see
turn
a.
the phone around.
Yeah, just turn the phone around. Then we
Just
we
turn
should
the
be
phone
able
around
to
in
get
that
a good
case.
visual.
Yeah, that is true. Lot of folks on the ground there. And like we were talking, Smita, earlier, despite the rain and despite all the enthusiasm is high on the ground. Amazing. Hi there.
That
Happy
is so
Independence Day.
Jai Hind. Jai Hind.
Jai Hind.
Jai Hind.
Okay, so I'm just walking through around in this. Happy Independence Day.
Happy Independence Day, everyone.
Happy Independence Day.
Independence Day.
We see all familiar faces, Ajay. All of our friends are on the ground.
Absolutely. That is so true. What are you doing sitting at home, Smita?
I can ask you the exact same question.
I was just following you. Happy
Good
Independence.
one.
Congratulations.
Happy Independence Day.
So despite everything, Ajay, right? I mean, despite us being at home, the COVID times, the rain, the thunderstorm, we all did manage to get this together. And I
That is true.
cannot thank the BAGC members, enough number of times. Bhaskar as well as Shravani Chatterjee and Jayanta Mukherjee, who were
Right.
really the technical geniuses behind
Again,
coordinating
Smita,
and
I'd
getting
like
this all
to bring
Right.
in
together.
Madhuji. Ajay, can I bring in Madhuji?
Please, please.
Can you show me, put the spotlight a little bit? Okay.
All right.
Madhuji.
Okay.
So Madhuji has been,
Hi.
there are only a few people I know who have worked for much longer in city of Naperville, doing a lot of things. Madhuji has been like, for how many years? I mean,
I've been lived in Naperville for 32 years.
no, but
It's
you have been involved with
Wow.
boards and
with
commissions, right?
everything for 47 years. The day I got here, I've been working with, and it is, we live in a wonderful country. We live in a wonderful community, and people like Krishna and Girish and other people who are involved
No,
with
you
ICO.
have done that. You have carried the torch. We are just taking it further.
You are-
Madhuji was on the library board. She was the chair of the library board, and now
Right.
UPN and a lot of things. She's a true leader. Thank you.
Thank you, Madhuji. And Krishna, I'm actually happen to live next to Madhuji as a neighbor.
Oh. So you know her, that how much she is
That is correct.
involved,
Tremendous contribution.
does.
I think we are losing Krishna
Correct.
ji just for a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe we can pan
Yeah.
on to Bhadresh's camera.
Correct.
Kayur, we need to have a team member. Ajay, Kayur is here. All the
Hi,
balloons
Kayur. Happy Independence Day.
are his. So Kayur, say something what you want to say.
Hi.
Even in this COVID time, everyone is having so much fun.
Krishna ji, we're really missing all the action on the ground. Smita and I just blindly followed Smita. She said she's going to operate from home and asked me to do that.
Hello. So I'll be back.
Yeah, blame it on the work that we needed to do.
But Smita, like we have been saying this so many times, right? It's such a blessing to have such a vibrant and community which is so inclusive and working together for the community, as well as finding all the people on the ground making things happen during all these tough times. Hats off to their work.
I couldn't agree more. As we see more and more people on the ground, right? Everyone's enjoying the festivities. Love the fact that we are able to stream live and still participate despite all of us being, kind of cooped up in our homes. Some of us got, oh, that is beautiful. Look at that, Ajay.
Wow, look at all the balloons at one time going up, right?
Jai, Bharat
Jai.
Mata ki Jai.
Jai.
This is
So,
a
Smita,
beautiful
any guesses
sight
for
to
the
hold.
colors of the Smita, any guesses for the colors of the balloon?
Exactly the same color on your scarf, the color that we live
Oh my
by.
gosh.
The
Talk
color
about being
that we live
observant.
by. An orange, a white, and a green with a blue chakra in between.
Awesome. Awesome.
This is
Awesome.
so
Very nice.
beautiful.
Very nice.
I'm sure this brings goosebumps to a lot of us.
And we were talking earlier, Smita, about our childhood memories,
What a
which are there.
beautiful scene it is on person, I will say.
I
Ajay?
think Krishnaji wants to say something. Go ahead, please, Krishnaji.
Yeah, I'm
Please,
saying
please,
what a
go ahead,
beautiful
Krishna.
scene it is here in person. I'm seeing so many
Right.
balloons going all the way. All the sky is so colorful, and everyone is like Bharat Mata ki Jai, and everyone is gathered together. Everyone is having fun.
Can you turn the camera around,
Wow.
please? Let us see the other folks too.
Yeah, the sky color was something different. Jai! Bharat Mata ki Jai!
Can you give the camera spotlight?
Jai! Yeah.
I think Krishna wanted the camera spotlight on him.
Krishna.
This was a fantastic parade. Fantastic. All of you should include
I think that's Viral Ajay trying to say something to us, though I think there's
Right.
some problem with the streaming there.
Yeah, these young kids are gonna sing for us.
Thank you, team. Thank you, Viral, and all of us. We made it. Let's
Yeah.
Go ahead, guys.
Time you were able to recognize the guy despite the mask.
That's what happens when you spend decades with those friends.
Right. Krishna ji, the sky color is really looking something different and beautiful, amazing.
Let's pan to Bhadresh's camera. There's something interesting happening there.
Vande Mataram. Yeah.
I think we need to stand up. Smita, we need to stand up.
Yes.
So, Ajay, can I get another spotlight here? I have Neerav with me. I'd like to introduce him.
Just one sec, Krishna ji. There's a national anthem going on.
Oh, okay.
Yay! Awesome. Awesome.
So good.
Bhaskar Dada, can you get the focus back on Krishna ji, please?
So I have Neerav.
Can you back?
Neerav Patel here. He is our young dynamic leader of our community. He does so much behind the scenes. It's amazing. So Neerav, you want to say something for Independence Day?
I want to wish a happy Independence Day to all Indian American community in Chicago and USA. Happy 74th Independence Day. Hope you are enjoying today, this evening, and hopefully our nation and America, they both do the great. Happy Independence Day to everyone.
Thank you, Neerav.
Thank you, Neerav.
Appreciate all the support.
So, hey, thanks. Thank you. Hi. Hi.
Hi there.
Are we hearing the fireworks in the background? Or is it just fireworks happening in my community that I could hear?
Smita, Amitabh ji को 1 minute.
Hi there.
हमारा spotlight नहीं है.
Krishna ji is there on camera. Namaskar ji.
Jai.
Jai Bharat Mata ki Jai.
Can we get a spotlight on Amitabh? Bhaskar da.
We can see both of you, Krishna ji.
Okay, okay. So now it's dark, but so Amitabh again is our young, dynamic, great leader. So thank you, Amitabh ji. You want to say something?
Yes, we're just amazed. This parade, Krishna ji pulled it off. This is great.
All of us.
Yeah, this is great going through the Naperville town and seeing the reaction of the locals. This is amazing. This is a once in a lifetime thing happening today here. This is great.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you. And I will give it just one more thing. I have Shiva here from IT Serve and Ramesh.
Hi there.
So they are our IT community leaders. IT Serve is our IT service owners organization. I'm part of it too as well. So do a lot of things for community, a lot of jobs and everything. You want to say something? The live feed.
Yeah, this is amazing. We planned like last minute and a lot of crowd, and we wish all the best actually. And we are ID Serve, part of this community, and we have to work together for our community.
Definitely, and not only that, they're always a big supporter of ICO and our events. So we all work together. Thank you, guys.
That is so true. Thank you once again.
I will give you back. Yeah, if you and then we can meet at our next point at 9 o'clock for the fireworks.
That is one event where everybody is waiting for, Krishna ji. Smita, is that right? The fireworks.
That is absolutely
Yeah,
true.
and
And
honestly,
maybe
it was a great experience, I will say.
we can request Bhaskar ji and
Previously,
Shravani ji to play both the national anthem, starting with the American national anthem and the Indian anthem. So I would request everyone to please rise for both of them. You may see a little bit of a video lag, but it would be, this is an opportune time to play the anthems here, please. And Bhaskar, just let me know whenever you're ready, please, to play the national anthem.
Just starting. Just give us like a couple seconds.
Sure. Take your time. Take your time.
Hi, my name is Anika Karamori, and today I'll be singing the United States National Anthem. Please rise. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Thank you, and happy Independence Day.
That was
My
amazing.
head bows in respect. It gives me goosebumps every time, Ajay, right?
I couldn't agree anything more than that. I think these are all, we are so fortunate to be living so many miles away despite from our home country, but still get the feel and the vibes over here. So the kind of opportunity this country, USA, provides to all of us to follow and still be associated with our country, land of opportunity as we all call it, is really fascinating. So
आपकी आंखों में नमी देख के अच्छा लग रहा है अजय.
कभी कभार ऐसे मौके आते हैं.
That is so
वरना
true.
मुझे हमेशा हंसते गाते देखेंगे.
Correct. घर बैठे हैं हम और हम दोनों के दोनों इतने भाव मुक्त हो गए हैं दोनों anthem सुन के. I'm sure everyone else who's watching it felt this.
Right. स्मिता, मुझे लगता है एक चीज हमसे रह गई. हम लोग ने कई सारे और लोग थे उसमें जो हम लोग को देख रहे थे. I think when the parade came to an end, I think some of the names we couldn't take. So do you think it's a good idea to take some of the balanced names who potentially were there in the
a lot of people here too. Ajay, I can introduce some of them and we can say Thank you too. And I can just, because our team is now standing all around me. So if you
Sure.
can give me spotlight, I can quickly just go around.
You're already on the camera.
Okay. So, all right, Girish, say hello. Hello. Hey.
Hi.
No, actually, I see on the camera right now. You are on the spotlight. Can you give me the spotlight, please?
Yeah, you're on the spotlight, guys. We can see both of you. Hi.
Okay. Yeah, it is live. Rajiv. Hey, Ajay.
Hey, happy Independence Day.
Good. Now,
Bharat Mata ki jai.
Raj. Hello. And the man behind all the cameras you see today, Badresh. So, Badresh,
Hi.
thank you for managing everything. It was tough, last minute thing. Say hello.
Thank you, Badresh,
Thank
for
you.
making
Shiva,
things
the
happen.
camera person. Let me show you other people who are here. Who's from our team?
Hi there. Thank you. Happy Independence Day.
So Tanvi, yeah. Ajay.
Hi, Tanvi. Namaskar, Shalini ji. Ajay Dikshit.
Tanvi, we see a lot of people.
Who's remaining here?
Right.
Oh, Ajay Bhatia. Bharat Mata ki.
Mere hum naam. Bharat Mata ki jai.
More people on my team. I'll just walk there.
Please.
Quickly, just want to not miss anyone, saying thank you.
A lot of effort has gone in the back end.
Guys, say hello. All of you.
Hello.
Those are all the kids.
Happy Independence Day.
All the kids together.
Hello from
Yeah.
BGC to everyone. So fantastic thing. So we'll see you in fireworks.
Absolutely. Krishna ji, we want to hear one more time Bharat Mata ki jai with that crowd over there.
Bharat Mata ki jai.
Okay, one more time. Guys, one more time. Everyone in the camera, come in the camera. There's not enough light. Awesome.
Bharat Mata ki jai.
And I'd like to thank you, Smita and Ajay, for your last minute. You jumped in and you made it happen again. I'd like to thank our Bengali Samaj for helping us put this together.
Right.
And, I mean, it's amazing that we could pull this together at the last moment.
100%
Thank you all. We'll
agreement.
see you in a
Lot of
little
hard work.
bit
Thank you
for
all.
the fireworks.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. With that, I will sign off.